It's Sage. I just wanted to do a quick little video on something that we realized last night. I will say now we're feeling really switchy. I don't know if you can hear it in our voice, get really congested, but I wanted to talk about this and see, you know, I try to catch switches as much as I can for y'all to be able to see, to, I don't know, deglamorize, deglamorize it. Yeah. But we realized last night while cleaning the floor, first of all, it's just hard to clean the floor. I know a lot of people that are have trouble with cleaning, that if they can get the like things organized and that kind of stuff, then it's fine. Like that stuff is a bit easier, is what I'm trying to say. That stuff is a bit easier. But when you get down to the floor and all the trash on the floor and all the things you've like let fall on the floor, whatever, especially when you have carpet, it's just tedious and obnoxious, and I hate doing it. And I know a lot of people that hate doing it. And we have a shop vac. So we can vacuum up wet, dry, big pieces of trash, like anything. The hose thing is like this big. So any piece of trash that can fit through, or anything that can fit through a hole this big, it will vacuum up, which I love being able to do that. And that means that I have to go through my floor. Even if I had a regular vacuum, I would have to sit down and go through my floor and pick out, well, this piece of trash, can I save it? What would I use it for? And there comes a point where it's harming more than helping to do that. And when we're up, and that's kind of the word I use to describe what would be manic if we weren't medicated. Our medicine helps so much with that because our obsessive compulsive behavior is worse when we're manic. I mean, like, it's bad. It's bad. Anyone that knows us and that knew us back when, it's Casey mainly that gets like to that level. When she was fronted all the time, there was so many restrictions. Like, there's so many. I don't know if we've talked about it on here, but some of the restrictions, just to give you an idea of the behavior, some of the restrictions were you could only eat fruit. So we went through a period of time where we only ate fruit. That's the only thing we would eat. During that time, we also didn't wear shoes anywhere, public places, gas stations. We got asked to leave certain places, so we made these like things you put over the top of your feet to make it look like you're wearing shoes, but you're not. We wore sarongs everywhere. No underwear underneath, nothing, just sarongs everywhere. We were washing everything in rainwater, and we had given away, I made us give away our microwave. We had a washer and dryer, but we weren't allowed to use it. I was just like that level of like, I was trying to distill my own water without a distiller. Like, it was just a time. No air conditioning. And so that's where we can go. But as time has gone on, things have changed. And the medicine helps a lot with the eating restrictions. Food restriction has always been something that has been really big part of our life, but now we're able to just be vegan. That's like enough restriction, is to just be vegan, which for some that's a lot of restriction, but coming from where I've been, that's not very much restriction at all. Like that's probably the most open eating that I've had in my life, of like as far as restriction. Usually it's much more than that. I went off on a whole tangent. So, keeping that in mind, that's what it can look like unmedicated. And of course, there's a lot of other symptoms that I'm not going to go into because those are like much more personal and destructive in the way that they affected me and the people around me. But just know that there's a lot more. That's just one snippet of an example of one summer, like one period of our life, and just some of the symptoms that came of that. So going through last night and trying to pick these pieces of trash and getting the vacuum out and realizing the guilt that came with vacuuming up these tiny pieces of trash. And when I say tiny pieces of trash, I'll show you an example. So, this is a bead, and this is a tiny rippy bit of, I think, something our cats ate, like some plastic or something. So this would go in the trash. Oh, it's got one of my hairs on it. So this would go in the trash. Put that there. And then this bead we would then need to save and put away. And we would go through the entire floor. It's clean now for the most part because we cleaned. But, like, okay, here's another good example. So, like, these are just cutoffs from fabric that we make. Like, we make things all the time, and we only use repurposed fabric. Either we buy it from a secondhand shop, or it comes from clothes that people have given us. So things like this, we have a whole bin for scraps this small because we use them to stuff things. So if we were doing something that needed stuffing, like I make these phone stands. I make these phone stands. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's like coming. Danny, what do you need, honey? Fifi's out running errands. Fifi's out running errands, Danny. Someone's sleepy. I was totally talking. So because I can find a use in them, it's really difficult for me to vacuum up trash. And when we're in one of these spaces like this, it's very hard to know where the line is of, okay, this is like being eco-friendly, this is, doing everything you can to reduce and reuse. I knew it was coming. So being able to, first of all, recognize that the behavior is irrational. And I'm not saying that I shouldn't be saving trash. I'm not saying that. But I am saying the feeling of guilt that overwhelms us when we vacuum up the tiniest pieces of trash, that is irrational. And I can see that that's irrational. Like most people, and this is one thing where I thought I had addiction because I would do these things, right? And you have the self awareness to understand, I don't want to be doing this. Like, I don't want to be this person. I don't want to have to do this, but I do have to do it. And there's that feeling where now I can say, okay, I'm having this feeling. I need to take a break because I am going to spend the next 4 hours picking trash out of the carpet, trying to save it. This is ridiculous, you know? Being able to see that and walk away is such a huge thing for me. Therapy has helped with that aspect of it so much. And friends and family being able to spot when I'm kind of starting to spiral and say, like, hey, maybe let's do something else. Maybe let's take a break. And not framing it as like I'm doing something wrong, but trying to help redirect my attention. When I'm really in the cycle, I won't be able to stop. It's something where I've definitely been late to things because I couldn't stop cleaning. That's just the reality of it. Like, that has happened in my life more than once. And sometimes that is the way that it is. I just cannot physically stop cleaning. And at that point, nothing is more important than finishing whatever that project is to clean. But then, of course, you spiral. So then, when you're cleaning that, you see something else that needs to be cleaned, and you clean that. Before you know it, it's 5 in the morning, and you've got your toothbrush out, and cleaning everything you can see that has dirt on it. Right now, what I'm experiencing is dissociation, definitely. Congestion, definitely. Feeling really tired. One thing that I have noticed and learned over time is that the yawns have nothing to do with being tired for me. Like, they're separate symptoms. Being tired is one symptom, or feeling switchy, and then yawning is completely separate because I don't always get a wave of tired before I switch. I tried to film a switching video a couple days ago, but I couldn't post it because I ended up, like, Roman was alerting me, and that's how I knew that it was gonna be something kind of big. So I got a camera and I started filming it, and I actually ended up passing out and then going into a flashback. So we're not posting that one. That one is just, don't need it. I really just wanted to film a plan with me, and I have no idea who's. I thought it was Casey, but now I'm starting to feel like the system's not gonna let her fry, and so it might be Trixie. I cleaned all day yesterday. I don't remember if I said who I am. It's Sage. I don't know. I was already feeling really dissociative and switchy when I got on here, which is why I got on here. I was trying to film a little plan with me, and I was like, no, I can't get through it. Hello. It's Trixie. How are y'all? I haven't been out for a few days. This is a nice change of pace. I love cleaning. Right, Emmy? Our glasses are so filthy every time. Every time. Sage keeps the dirtiest glasses. Of everybody in the system, she keeps the dirtiest glasses. So far, Star is the only one that doesn't need glasses. But I really think she does need glasses. She just doesn't like anything on her face, which, fair. But we all need glasses. They help a lot. They help because they're progressives. So we need help with close and far. And I can tell a huge difference when I put them on when they're clean. Ta-da! So yeah, that is another mystical switch. I hope somehow watching us switch helps somebody or helps somebody understand. Like, if you've known us, you know that you've met most of us. Like, if you didn't know us, you wouldn't know. You would think our mood switched, which we do have rapid cycling bipolar, so if it exists, you would just be like, oh, that's like what people think bipolar is of like, oh, I'm so upset. Oh, I'm so happy. That's like rapid cycling. That's like, I don't know. It's cyclothymia, I think is, but it's like it's very rapid cycling, but then we also have like full on cycles too. Like now we're like we're climbing. It's always with the weather. The warm weather does it every single time. But yeah, so okay, I am going to go and film this plan with me because I really want to, because I haven't in a while. And then we're going to clean, and I'm so excited because all that stuff got off the floor yesterday. I get to carpet clean today, and carpet cleaning, oh, it is just like, first of all, having squeaky clean carpet is so nice, aesthetic, like to look at, but also it's so satisfying to see all that brown water. Like, first of all, I sit on that, and also like, oh my god, it's like so satisfying. Anyway, I love you all so very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I kind of know what was talked about in the beginning of the video, but not totally, so it'll be kind of cool to like look back and see exactly what Sage was talking about. um but yeah, okay, I love you all very much. Thank you so much for watching this. Bye.